Just talk a little bit about myself and then the business I have created and some of the challenges associated with being a scientist turned into the entrepreneur. So the first company I co-founded was CV Technologies, and later on renamed as Afexa Life Sciences, and it was a spin-off from University of Alberta, Department of Physiology. So it's almost there to 20 years, and really what the business was about, it is considering kind of a pioneering. We're trying to develop and commercializing evidence-based natural health product and for disease prevention and health maintenance. So what we do, it is we're isolating the natural compounds and from a variety of natural sources, herbs and food sources, and trying to develop that into a therapeutic product or a consumer health product. So we've been there for almost 20 years. We all know at the beginning, I just talked a little bit challenges for some of you and the scientists who want to actually become an entrepreneur, get involved in the business. So really, it's to summarize just my experience in the last 20-something years. So it's highly risky, it's highly rewarding as well, and then later on you probably know the highly, I'd say the branded product called Afexa. So that was a highly rewarding. However, during this process, it's highly risky, the time and effort and cost. And in our cases, because we're doing the consumer branding ourselves, so there's also associated with reputation risk. So not everything said about you is good. So, and then challenge is also being a scientist and a science-based business. I think everyone has to have this, and the challenge of integration of a science and a different discipline. So we have pharmacology, we have a chemist, and we have medical research and clinical. So you're trying to integrate them and you eventually become a business, and then let alone the business team, the sales and the marketing and the branding team. So it's talking like a foreign language. So that's one of the things from operational is a tremendous challenge for us, but it's evolving, eventually it's gelled together. So however, it's highly rewarding. And so we spent in the first 10 years creating the technology, trying to be competitive in the marketplace, and the technology to ensure we have patented and proprietary technology, but also come out the competitive product. So CodeFX is one of the products, and we're very proud that we'll be able to start from scratch, eventually bring to the marketplace and brand it ourselves and become #1 cold and flu and product in the market in Canada. So that's something we're very, very proud. We all very know in Canada, we're not very known about as a branding to build a brand, but our product eventually beat up a product like Tylenol, and from the retail sales point of view. So it's that is highly rewarding. And in addition to CodeFX, of course, that's people know, we also develop a program in cardiovascular. So we're in the clinical studies and searching for diabetes and hypertension and lowering the cholesterol. And we also have a product in the cancer and cancer research stage, and also have a product for central nervous system. So I'm just talking a little bit about the CodeFX, and a lot of people know about Don Cherry and the brand. And however, being a scientist, we stay firmly and grounded with on the science. As you see, I'm just summarizing the clinical studies and we've done before and after we're actually launching the product. So it's pretty sizable, and considering a natural health product. So we invested about $20 million and did about over more than a dozen clinical studies, and it's continuing. The study is continuing, and they're trying to branch it into a different specific population, senior and some in the children. So just a little bit of summarizing the fate of CodeFX. So in today's world, we all know everyone is buying everyone is merging with everyone. So CodeFX, and actually, I don't know how to put that, whether I'm happy or I'm sad. So eventually got bought by the Valiant Pharmaceutical, international pharmaceutical, its largest pharmaceutical company in Canada. So that was 2 years ago. And being a scientist and myself, my passion really, even though CodeFX being acquired, and I really like to continue this journey about, being a scientist. We have a lot of innovative ideas and the technology, not only the CodeFX. So I like to continue to my journey. That's the reason I created the another company 2 years ago. So just very happy. And recently, the company in the 2 years, we start launching the product already in the drugstores, in the Rexall, and also in the various drug mart today. So we continue doing the research. And recently, I'm also negotiating getting all the technology, all the pipeline product back from Valiant Pharmaceuticals. So in a way, it's a kind of a happy ending. Right now, they actually work with me, trying to help and to see how can we, pushing more new products in the marketplace. So just a little bit of promotion, and then I was very depressed that once the code Afexa was acquired, in 2 years, actually first years, I said, well, one of the coping mechanisms for me, instead of being a desperate housewife, I can write something. So I actually put something in a book, and recently just launched it last month, and the book actually is selling right now in the Indigo and the chapters and the Amazon.ca. So it's a little bit coping. Sorry about taking a little bit more time. Thank you.